back to do a reading for this strong period of January the 6th through the 12th. We're going to be taking a real quick look at what might be staying and what is going away. We have a lunar eclipse happening during the full moon this Friday the 10th. And I'm hearing for some of you all, you might want to look and see what house is being affected by this in your own birth charts. You might want to pull up a free reading anywhere on the web that does them and take a look at what house is being affected, because this new ear thing, the you thing, keys are in the tones of what was never pulled through the halo, where the moon was ever removed from the other side of the container of, that body that you've been surveying, because the eye had to go all the way around to see itself clearly. And that's what this year is about. So we begin with an eclipse to help us see that here in the sign of Cancer. And over the course of this new ear thing, you will be hearing differently about what is being sired inside of that energy, because some of us are birthing from the inner state. Some things are going to stay, other things are going to go. What you might want to look at is the spread between Cancer 8 degrees and Cancer 20 degrees. I'll leave a link below for those of you that like to follow in the reading with me that's recommended, and also look forward to seeing you if you all would like to meet me again this Friday for a little bit of a reading on this ear thing that we're hearing differently inside of the one strong incept ion beginning for the new Cam era. It's a little more like a Barbie zone, okay? Catch you on the inside of your reading. And if you need a reading of your own, something with just your energy, here's the plug. Information's below. Hit me up and we'll take a look at some of the things you really need to know that nobody's really telling you about, that thing that's going on between the ears that weren't attached to that ceiling, and that's where the sage goes. See you on the inside of your reading. Greetings, what's going on, Pisces? How you doing? Hope you're doing great. Just getting some of your energies on these cards. We'll be pulling 3 with this Shadowscapes deck. 1 for you, 1 for them, and 1 for the relationship disposition at current. So you know what's happening over the next several days. I'll do it. Excuse me. Okay, Pisces. Queen of Pentacles is what's looking back up at me now that I've shuffled with your energy. And for some of you, if that's not actually a depiction of how you're being over this strong, that might be somebody in your world. And it's a beautiful energy. I'm hearing it might be somebody that's with child. This might be somebody on the periphery of you too. For some of you all, it's like plans have been made, or plans are being made, is what I'm hearing about this particular Queen of Pentacles. Oops, well, I did that. 3 of Cups was just kind of being revealed underneath that to me. This one here had just slid out. I'm hearing for somebody, it's like 3rd generation. It's stuff that's going on. It's conversations about the 3rd generation. Maybe you're the 3rd generation. Maybe this is like grandchildren that are conceiving. But I'm hearing different stories around this Queen of Pentacles energy right now. I hear she's very fertile, very wonderful. And whether or not that's you there, Pisces, that's going to be somebody that has most likely traits or characteristics as someone who was born with either their sun, their moon, or their rising in one of the earth tribes like Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Let's see what's showing up over here with your energy. 8 of Cups. Wow. I'm hearing might have been unwilling losses that got cut. They're talking to me about somebody's orbital pattern is what I'm hearing. I don't know what that means to you, but I hear it's about their orbital pattern. That 8 of Cups energy is definitely speaking to water element. Could be people with water in their chart, kind of like you, Pisces, possibly Cancer or Scorpio. And I'm just hearing about somebody who's being cautioned about what they're mixing with medications right now, because I'm hearing for some people it might not be the best time to mixing chemistry. It's the first thing that I'm hearing here. And I'm also hearing that something about how spirit rises and how somebody's emotions seem to kind of just, I hear curtail is the word that I'm hearing. And they're telling me orbital pattern. I see somebody kind of like falling over, and I don't know if they're like getting dizzy or something, but I'm hearing it's like they just kind of get dizzy. And so hearing just be really cautious, especially if you have somebody in your arena that needs more help, Pisces. And if that's you that needs more help, I'm hearing, please make sure that you ask for some help, because they're showing me that, I don't know, I'm like seeing somebody just like maybe needing like a crutch or something on one side just to help stabilize it. Okay, let's see what else is going on, Pisces. This is with their energy now. 10 of Swords. All right, so I hear she doesn't want to go under the knife is the first thing that I heard. They said something about the lymph nodes and spiritual injury that somebody has suffered is what they're telling me, is what this is. And I'm hearing it's like you can tell about somebody's liver toxicity, what it is that's going on in their world. Because for some people, this was coming up, I think, in... trying to remember which one it is. I just did my January 2020 so that we may see clearly readings. You might want to check yours there, Pisces. But I was hearing about something along these lines with somebody, and it's failing me right now to remember exactly which tribe it was. But I'm hearing that something was going on with somebody's liver, and I'm hearing about the way that it got to somebody's head. And that's all they're telling me. And so, this is an energy of somebody who they've really been through it. They might be going through like a very mental time, but I'm hearing it's like how they're bound to the situation is going to tell you everything. They're saying it's like all these red bindings on her right here. And I'm hearing something about like the stripes. And so that could be a little esoteric. I don't know. That might be for somebody specifically, but not necessarily. Swords element, a lot of times this is going to be communications. And so I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like somebody just throws the racket at it when they're communicating. And I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like hectic communication, and I hear they're getting away with it because of how it's just painted red. It's like everything is just painted right here, and so it's like nobody sees anything except for what she covered it with. And so there's all these birds, but it's like they're nowhere really near. It's like all she has to do is just throw something at it, and I just see it looks like Pisces kind of looks like you might be getting thrown here. For some of you all, that's what it looks like. It looks like somebody is going like whoosh, and then I just see somebody going down and like feeling dizzy and like confused and sad. they're telling me it's like mopey, but there's like one thing that's working right. And so there is something swirling around about communications here and finalities and what somebody might have on their mind, because there's decisions that are being made about someone's career and finances and health even, because that's pentacles there, and that's what's on somebody's mind here. And I just see it looks like somebody's being like smacked down and having to, come up for air from underwater. Whatever it is can't go on forever though, because it's like something's really coming for like under her feet. Like it's like if somebody is having crappy communication with you right now, Pisces, it's like it's all they can do. And I'm hearing it's just like it's cheap shot after cheap shot after cheap shot after cheap shot. They don't have to have air in their chart, but if they do, I'm hearing $20 says it's a Libra. Yeah, dealing with this here, but it doesn't have to be. It's a Ten of Swords. Could be a Gemini, Aquarius, strong person too. Doesn't have to be though. I'm hearing for somebody though, this might be, if you're not dealing with like an abusive situation, because some of this is just screaming like abusive for somebody, real bad communication and like somebody feeling very negative and like being disabled, disarmed, and it's like now you're down there. What are you gonna do while I'm up here? Is what I'm hearing. And so, it's like somebody throwing their weight around is what it looks like. It's like somebody just like, hey, look here, I can throw all this at you, cover it up that way, nobody can see, it's in the dark with that tiny little moon, and then boom, there you go. Go find your help there. So I'm hearing for somebody, bad situation, especially with regards to money. For somebody else, though, it's not that at all. This is like, I'm hearing this is how we suffer the consequences for the things that we didn't pay attention to. And I'm hearing for two people, it's like a depressive situation over physical health. And it's like, what do we do with this little bit of health that we have left is what I'm hearing. And like somebody's over here saying, well, I'm not going to go for the surgery. There's a time limit on everything, and talking about finalities because it's Ten of Swords energy. And then for somebody else here, it's like, get me out of here. I'm hearing like Calgon, take me away. And somebody's going for a dip over here. And I'm hearing for somebody, it's like, if you can get into the water right now, Pisces, it's probably really good for you. Try to stay away from things that are overly saturated with crap, like chlorine and stuff. If you can get into like a saltwater pool somewhere and go for a float. If you have a tub, run some filtered water. Maybe put a filter on your shower head and get in the tub. I'm hearing it's going to be really healing for you right now, especially if you're just kind of going through something and you're looking for what's going to be making you feel better. Because I'm hearing for some people, it's like, I don't know, maybe it's just the water in your chart that either you need to be in water or you feel like drinking like a fish. It might be a combination for some of you right now. And I'm just hearing, watch it, especially if you have somebody that's like pushing you to that point, because I'm hearing they're already at the breaking point. All right, let's see what is in between you here. The card in the middle, Wheel of Fortune. So, wow, it's really changing for somebody. So this could have to deal with somebody's, last will and testament is what I'm hearing. This is like the Wheel of Fortune. This is somebody like being really worried about their health and like not wanting to take steps is what I'm hearing. Like somebody wanting to take steps, somebody not wanting to take steps. And the thing about the Wheel of Fortune, it's like, once it's up, it's up. Once it's down, it's down, and it just keeps on going all around. And this is very karmic. I'm just hearing karma, karma, karma. And for somebody, it's like, it's going to be held under a magnifying glass. I'm seeing this one little drop here, and I'm hearing it's like, I'm seeing somebody going in with a magnifying glass to see what the heck is going on. Maybe that's what's on this person's head here. But I'm hearing it's a detail that this person tried to throw out. There's a detail here, and it's like that they're throwing their hand out. For some of y'all, you need to be careful if you've been communicating with like somebody that's got narcissistic tendencies, because I hear it's like it's alienated their own roots. It's like whoever their root is even separated from them over here. There's like two like dead tree roots here on the side and a little light, and then there's like dead tree roots like around their ankles, and it looks like they're being pulled away. And so I'm hearing for somebody, it's like, what's that movie? Did you ever see that movie Ghost with Whoopi Goldberg and Demi Moore and Patrick Swayze? And when people died in that movie, it's like either the ghost or like go up towards the light. It's like beautiful and all that, and like sad. Or it's like these like creature gremlin things like come out and they like grab you and pull you away, and you're like, Arr! And that's kind of what it looks like here. It's like, see, there's like the trees here on the roots that grew away from this one. And then there's like the root that's grabbing it. And I'm hearing for somebody, it's literally, it's like, this is, I've never looked at this card like this before, but I'm hearing if you're dealing with somebody who's been narcissistic and spiritually abusive, especially if you've been like kind of trying to leave a difficult time behind, Pisces, I'm hearing it's like their own root is like what's pulling them away, is like how they're telling me. It's really weird. And so I'm hearing that like Wheel of Fortune thing, especially if it feels like it's low right now, or I'm hearing they're like getting into your head maybe about money. I don't know if you have like a bad advice given to you by that person, or like something happened, but I'm hearing it's like their own root is taking them away. The card underneath this that was showing me something, showing me light, is just, it's like you need to know you have some support though. And there's 3 of Cups here that's underneath this. And so I'm hearing it's good for you to know that. It's like the light at the end of the tunnel, and it's like the same sun that's over her head is like this Wheel of Fortune showing you that things are coming back around, and that whatever needed to be observed has been seen very perfectly. And I feel like even if you don't have the words for it, it's kind of what's over your head right there. If that's you, there, Pisces. I hear that it's like for some of you, it's like now you're starting to realize that somebody, like if they would have done that, like whatever it is that you've been concerned about, if this is like the bad communication, that it's like that they would throw you away like that too, is what I'm hearing. I hear it's like that might be the only thing that's like this bright light here, because I feel like it's like maybe you don't care enough, but I think that now you might care more. And I don't mean to sound like rude, like maybe you don't care enough. I think some of you will resonate with this though, where it's like you cared too much about other things that it's like you didn't take the time to just care about that enough for you while somebody else was doing that. Kind of caring enough, you know? Because sometimes you're caring too much is the thing. And it's like carrying too much, and then it's like all these cups, it's just like somebody just threw them, and it might have taken somebody over here just like throwing something of yours out, because whatever it is, it's like, it's just making my nose itch. Alright, I'm gonna move on a little bit. Let's see what else we can find out about this. For those of you that are having a romantic relationship, these other messages might be more for you. Let's see here. I've got the Tarot of Sexual Magic here. Pisces. So my Pisces need to know. Whoa. Can't even shuffle those. I'm hearing whatever it was just crumbled apart as soon as she tried to touch you. I'm hearing that's what she said. So I don't know if somebody caught somebody else, like, on the verge with somebody else, or I'm hearing it's like, it might have been something she saw you, like, swiping through your phone, is what I'm hearing. Yeah, but I'm hearing it's like, as soon as she touched you, that's where it all crumbled to hell. And so, I mean, it could have been the other way around too, but that's how I actually heard it said to me, Pisces. Let's see what we can find out. Get a card for you, let's get a card for them. Here's Pisces. Knight of Wands. There's Four of Swords. And we got the Tower showing up, looking at me here. So, okay, yeah, for somebody, I'm hearing it's like caught. Somebody's gonna find out about the pictures in somebody's phone or something. That's a Tower. That's somebody like seriously PO'd right there. You might be dealing with a Capricorn too. I don't know. I think Capricorn had gotten this one somewhere. And I don't usually read this one like reverse. It's not that I don't read reversals or whatever. Sometimes things just move. And like, even if I see a card that has traditional meanings a certain way, a guide's telling me something else and pointing that out too. And I have intelligence, so I'm just going to talk to you about this and why it might be upside down. I'm hearing it's like somebody might have had plans, real like lusty plans, and they kind of went to because of whatever this discovery is. Knight of Wands. This is like two people like riding on a horse naked. Like, that's a very strange depiction of a encounter for me. This is fiery energy. You could be dealing with somebody or not wanting to deal with somebody that is got strong fire in their chart. It's gonna be like Sag, Leo, Aries. But this one, like, it's like, here's what we're not doing. And I just see this person like taking a turn in the water and just being like, ugh. And so I'm hearing if that's the situation, you might not want to pour alcohol on it. You might be pissed off. You might want to do something else for yourself. I'm not telling you what to do. Not going to do that. Just saying, I'm hearing for somebody, drinks might not be the best thing for you right now if this is what's going on, because hearing that's like some shit that this person might do just to get into your head. And it's like, this is the head games card. See, this is somebody that wants you to think something, and so they'll put it in your head just like that. It's Four of Swords. So that, although it could be like, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, I'm hearing Aries. And that's why it's a 4 there. And so could be something happening in April. But it's like she's like covering up his private parts. And I'm hearing for somebody, it might be a picture that somebody took of like somebody's hands on somebody else. And I'm hearing that's all it took. And that's what these like cutting communications are with this like 10 of Swords with this person here. It's just like, whatever. And they just threw it out there and they're like, I can do whatever I want. You can't see it. I put what I want in your head. And so I'm hearing for somebody, make sure you know, especially if somebody's been mixing things with you, whatever it is, drinks, meds, thoughts, ideas, emotions. That showed upside down. I'm hearing it's like the same person here. Might be a picture that somebody finds. I'm hearing it's like, if it's a photo, it's NSFW, like not safe for children or work. And so for some of you all, you're going to know if you find out about it, but I hear if you do, and no buts about it. Okay, so that's somebody very pissed off, third-party situation, Tower. When I flip this over, when I pick this up, here's another card that I probably wouldn't have read in reverse that was showing up reversed in this deck that's otherwise all upright, which is the High Priestess in reverse. And she's somebody who's usually having a secret to tell. When she shows upside down like that, it's like, surprise, you can't hide those things. Now they're found out. So, for some of you all, that's it. Let's see what's going on, because, see, these were just looking up at me. I shuffled these before you got here, and then I shuffled them some more. But I'm seeing somebody, like, walking through the door and, like, reaching for someone else's hand there. It's like, yeah, see ya, but hand on the past. And it's kind of like putting your fingers behind your back like that. I'm seeing somebody who just really thinks that they got away with it. Allegrezza cuore. Though that's an okay thing. This is, the happiness of the heart. And since it was just showing up here, I'm going to go ahead and take a few of these and look at them in context of this reading, and then we might get a few more too for you Pisces. So, Viaggio. Someone's planning a trip somewhere. Maybe within the next 3 months. With the fire sign. Oh yeah, l'allegrezza. Somebody's trying to keep it light here. There's fire and 10 and a butterfly, and I'm hearing someone maybe he doesn't want to go for a surgery because of what they know the doctor's going to say about altitude and a pain or pressure that won't go away. Be careful, because for some of you all, this is like, you don't want to take the wheel of fortune into your own hands like that if you're having health challenges. And I'm hearing for somebody, they might be willing to do it because I'm hearing somebody just saying, screw it, it's the end of my life. And so, well, here's something that somebody wasn't able to say out loud. Jevin Fanshuela is pointing over here to the butterfly, and I'm hearing it's like somebody might need to know, especially if you're cross-watching for one of your parents right now, that it's like the kids are concerned about somebody's well-being, is what it looks like here. And they keep pointing over here to the flower, and I'm hearing, whatever this flower is over here, it's like it's not enough to support that weight, which normally wouldn't be the case with something like a butterfly. But I'm hearing it's like whatever changed. I'm hearing it might be like not being able to tell somebody, oh my God, you gained a lot of weight. And I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like trying to figure out how to say that to somebody is just a very difficult thing to do. Okay, so those are the ones that first came up that were just looking at me and lurking around this Ten of Swords energy. And I'm hearing for those of you that might have had some health concerns, those might be messages for you to consider. And for others that just want to know what the hell is going on here, especially with regard to this flipped over Knight of Wands and the Four of Swords with regards to this Wheel of Fortune. Let's see what this X marks the spot is all about. My Pisces need to know. All right, Pisces. Ooh, la vecchia signora. So, okay, this is a little random, but I'm hearing somebody threw out her chair is what it is, and that's why somebody's upset here with whoever this person is. I'm hearing somebody's very upset. They're looking for things. That's what this magnifying glass is, like looking for stuff that's theirs. And I heard somebody say, that was my mom's chair. How dare you? Here we go. Here's a friend moving a chair. La amica. And I'm hearing somebody say, well, it was ugly and it was in the way. And here we go. Casa. Stuff that's been locked up in the house. And I'm hearing, where did all of it go? I'm not really sure, but when Cupid comes and shows up, sometimes people are willing to make moves and concessions for others. And I'm hearing for somebody, it's like when they find out that this Cupid situation might not had to do with them, but a third party, it's like a communication happening. It's like something opening up that was closed before about someone's house and security and what it is to be a friend and what it is to have protection around. And so I'm hearing for some of you all, this is a big situation about evaluating how things get turned. It might be a next of kin situation. I'm hearing for somebody, this amore is like falling in love with a baby. It's not like, like falling in love with somebody like in a romantic sense, but it's like, like that love that you have with a child. Like if your great grandkid is coming into the world and you actually can even see them, it's like, a special kind of a freaking romance here. And I'm hearing it's like people taking an assessment about things that are going on in their life. And so you might have a lot of things happening right now, Pisces. It's a busy season like that, and the eclipse is here for a reason. So please, if you're interested, take a look at your own private birth chart. You can find them all over the internet. Just put in your time and see what house this eclipse is in. Wherever you have the house of Cancer, whatever number house that is where you're going to be feeling a lot of changes for this whole year, because we're beginning and ending this year on eclipses in the sign of Cancer and full moons that are going to tell us what really got sigiled out, because this is about what's going to stay and what's going to go away. I'd love to hear how it works out for you. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know what you found in the reading. If you liked it, thumbs up, please. Share it with somebody that you think it could help. And if you'd like your very own reading, hit me up. Especially if you've got dates, anything like that. I can get some very specific information for you to help you close some doors, especially if there's weird mixed communication and you just want to know for sure. So I'm here for that, and also feel free to join us in the Very Fine Martians VFM radio room. It's a lot of fun. Love to see you there, and if I don't hear from you, take care. Know I love you, and see you again when we're back for another one. Bye for now.
Promise that you'll catch me.